Hey everyone. You probably think you're the master of your own life, but in reality, you're just a hostage to your environment. The second the temperature drops a few degrees below your comfort zone, your willpower completely evaporates. You start hunching your shoulders, burying your hands in your pockets, wrapping yourself in layers of dead fabric, dreaming of only one thing: getting back into the heat. At that moment, you aren't a man making decisions. You're a biological automaton driven by the fear of the cold. Most people dismiss this as a natural reaction, but in the NOXUS system, we call it systemic weakness. If your well-being, your energy levels, and your ability to act depend on what the thermometer says, then you aren't autonomous. I'm going to teach you something that will absolutely floor you in terms of quality of life. A skill your friends will undoubtedly call a real-life superpower. We're starting the course. Thermoregulation, the internal fire protocol. Our goal isn't just to toughen up. We're going to run a full inventory of your internal terminal and override the evolutionary fail-safes that turned your thermoregulation into a useless relic. Now, as per tradition, let's look at how your hardware actually works. Your skin is covered in a massive network of thermoreceptors, your peripheral sensors. They're constantly scanning the environment, sending gigabytes of data to your central processor, the hypothalamus. Now, the hypothalamus is an ancient piece of kit. Its firmware hasn't been updated in hundreds of thousands of years. Its logic is simple and rigid: protect the system core at all costs. The moment your sensors signal a drop in temperature, the hypothalamus immediately triggers the vasoconstriction protocol. It orders the blood vessels in your hands and feet to clamp shut. Why? To stop heat from leaking away from your vital organs. Your brain literally cuts funding to the periphery, your limbs, to save the server room, your heart, lungs, and liver. That's why your fingers go numb and your hands turn to ice. It's not that you're cold. It's that your brain is deliberately shutting off the heat supply because it's terrified of a systemic crash. It's a scarcity strategy inherited from ancestors who died in caves. But you aren't in a cave, and we don't have the brains of cavemen anymore. Today, this algorithm is working against you. The second level of defense nature offers you is shivering. From a NOXUS engineering perspective, shivering is the absolute worst, most energy-draining way to generate heat. I mean, think about it. What is shivering? It's chaotic, involuntary muscle contraction. The system is trying to warm up by frantically flipping every light switch in the house on and off. The efficiency is pathetic, and the resource drain is massive. Shivering means your software has completely lost control of your autonomic nervous system. You're no longer driving the body. It's twitching in convulsions, trying to fix an error you failed to prevent. In NOXUS, we learned to replace shivering with conscious thermogenesis. Instead of chaos, we use precise biochemical commands. So, why do we even mess with the cold? Because our system needs stress to develop. In biology, there's a term called hormesis. It's the phenomenon where a controlled dose of stress actually makes the organism stronger. Cold is the ultimate crash test. When you intentionally expose your body to low temperatures following our protocol, you trigger 3 critical updates. First, the generation of brown fat. Unlike regular white fat, which just stores calories, brown fat is your internal power plant. It's packed with mitochondria. Its only function is to burn energy to produce pure heat. A trained person has exponentially more brown fat, allowing them to feel comfortable in a t-shirt while everyone else is freezing in parkas. Second, the mitochondrial upgrade. Cold forces your cells to refresh their energy modules. Old, weak mitochondria die off, and new ones, capable of handling peak loads, take their place. And third, training the vascular bed. Your capillaries are muscles. If you're always warm, those muscles atrophy. Cold forces them to work. We teach them not to shut down in a panic, but to pulse, pumping hot blood all the way to the periphery. The core idea of NOXUS is expanding your degrees of freedom. A person who depends on AC and heaters is limited. A person for whom rain or snow is a deal breaker is not free. We don't use self-warming techniques just to show off in an ice hole. We do it to delete the temperature factor from our list of weaknesses, to boost the immune system, and to expand our own agency over our own lives. Once you gain the ability to warm yourself from the inside, you get an immune override. Your body stops catching viruses because the system is always on high alert. You get psychological stoicism. Once you've stayed calm in an ice-cold shower, social stress feels like nothing. And you get an energy surplus. Your body no longer wastes 80% of its energy just trying not to freeze. That resource is now available for your intellect. We aren't calling for mindless heroism. In NOXUS, every step is an algorithm. You can't just change your hypothalamus settings through pure willpower. You need an access key. That key is your breath. It's the only interface that lets us directly intervene in the autonomic nervous system and change your blood chemistry in minutes. In the next episode, we'll break down the base breathing protocol. I'll teach you how to open your vessels and control your own circulation through sheer intent. We'll map out the mechanics of breath holds and compensations that will turn your heart into a high-output heat generator. This is NOXUS. Your first superpower is already in the download queue. Prep your terminal. It's time to move to a new level of autonomy.